Chapter 1. The Unease. Ethan Carter had always trusted people too easily. 3 years with Haley Brooks had been the center of his world. She laughed at his jokes, leaned on his shoulder when life got heavy, and whispered dreams he wanted to believe in. But lately, something felt off. Haley would hide her phone when he walked into the room, and Ryan, his younger brother, seemed distracted, nervously avoiding eye contact. It was subtle at first, a glance, a whispered laugh, but it gnawed at him. Ethan tried to push the feeling away, telling himself he was imagining things. But the pit in his stomach wouldn't relent. Chapter 2. The Discovery. One evening, when Haley left her phone unattended, curiosity and dread got the better of him. Ethan unlocked the phone and froze. Text messages between Ryan and Haley flashed on the screen. Flirty, intimate, secret. Then a series of photos. Ryan and Haley, sitting close, laughing, their hands brushing. Ethan's chest tightened, his vision blurred. The betrayal wasn't just romantic, it was familial. His little brother, the boy he had protected, was the one who had betrayed him. When Haley returned, he confronted her. "I know what's going on," he said, his voice low, trembling with a mix of anger and heartbreak. Haley smiled softly, the same smile that had once drawn him in. "Ethan, it just happened." Before he could respond, Ryan stepped forward, trying to explain. "I didn't mean for it to." Ethan held up a hand. Just don't." Chapter 3. The Family's Choice. The hardest part wasn't the betrayal, it was the family's reaction. "Ethan, she's strong, mature, and resilient," his mother, Linda, said gently. "You have to forgive her." "Ryan is my son," his father, Mark, added. "You can't let jealousy blind you." Ethan couldn't believe what he was hearing. The people he loved most were praising the person who had hurt him the most. He spent that night packing a single bag. He left the house quietly, the sound of his parents' confused voices fading behind him. Chapter 4. Life Alone. For 3 years, Ethan rebuilt his life. He rented a small apartment, worked long hours, and surrounded himself with friends who valued him. He learned to laugh again, to eat without remembering the betrayal, and to breathe freely. Haley became a ghost in his memories, though sometimes a flash of her smile would haunt him. But each time, he reminded himself, he was stronger now. He didn't need their approval or their praise. Chapter 5. The Unexpected Call. One rainy morning, his phone rang. His mother's name flashed on the screen. "Ethan, we need you," she said, her voice tight with desperation. Ethan laughed bitterly. "We need me. After all this time, it's Ryan. He lost his job. Haley's pregnant. Things are hard," she explained. Ethan's chest tightened. 3 years of silence, and suddenly they wanted him to save the people who had hurt him. Chapter 6. Return to a Broken Home. Ethan drove back to the family home, a place that now felt like a mausoleum of memories. The house smelled the same, but everything else had changed. Ryan looked nervous, Haley looked smug, and his parents looked hopeful, waiting for him to step in. "I hope you can forgive us," Haley said, her voice soft, almost seductive. Ethan stared at her, feeling nothing. "I forgive you," he said, his voice calm. "But I won't help you." Chapter 7. The Ultimatum. The family tried to pressure him. "We're family. You have to do this," his father said. Ryan made a mistake, his mother added. "He's still your brother." Ethan shook his head. "I won't let you manipulate me. I won't be dragged into a life that isn't mine." Ryan pleaded, guilt dripping from every word. "Come on, Ethan, you're the only one who can help me. Please." Ethan's heart clenched, but he remained firm. "No, I've spent 3 years building a life without betrayal and manipulation. I'm not giving that up now." Chapter 8. Reclaiming Strength. Ethan moved out of the house he had grown up in and into a rented loft downtown. He focused on work, on friends who genuinely cared, and on a new love who respected him without judgment. For the first time in years, he slept without nightmares and woke without dread. He was free from the people who had hurt him. Chapter 9. The Ghosts Fade. Though Haley and Ryan faced consequences naturally, Haley struggling with pregnancy alone, Ryan losing friends and opportunities, Ethan didn't watch them fall. He had no desire for revenge. His life was no longer about proving anything to them. Instead, he grew. He took classes, traveled, and discovered passions he had buried under years of resentment. Chapter 10. Freedom. One evening, as the city skyline glowed in orange and purple light, Ethan realized he had finally achieved peace. He had lost the family he thought he needed, but he had found himself. The greatest victory, he understood, wasn't revenge. It wasn't anger. It was living freely, thriving without chains, and loving himself enough to never let anyone control his life again. Ethan Carter smiled, not because someone chose him, but because he had finally chosen himself.